Hi, I'm Raewynne Whiteley. I'm the Diocesan Director of Ordinands and Vocations. Often people think of vocation as being about what we do in church. So we have clergy and readers and people who do things, plant churches, all those official ministry things. But vocation's not just about that. It's about what we do with our everyday lives. God can call us to live out our faith in everyday life. So out in the countryside or in a school or a city, all sorts of ways. Today I'm here to meet Abbi Lawson, who's a member of Homegrown Here, which is a veggie growing collective here in Westmorland. Hi Abbi.
Oh, hello.
Great to see you again.
I won't shake your hand because I've just been weeding. Hiya. Welcome.
Good to see you again.
Thank you. Welcome to the Homegrown Here veg field.
So Abbi, paint us a picture of what your ordinary day or week looks like.
So usually on a day like today, we'll all be here and we'll be harvesting things like the chard, spinach, sugar snap peas, and then we'll take them up to our packing shed in Cumbria Ravensworth, where we'll weigh everything out and get it all ready to get packed into the veg bags. And then during the week, I'll be out delivering veg bags all around and about the Eden Valley in my delivery van, bringing locally grown food to local people.
Great. So you're part of Homegrown Here. What led you to want to grow with other people rather than off on your own?
Well, the really nice thing about Homegrown Here is that it's a cooperative. So it's all about growing together and working with the seasons, working with the land that we've got. So we all grow on either shared holdings or on our own holdings. And by working cooperatively, it means that none of the huge amount of work that it takes to run a veg-box scheme and grow enough food for 250 families a week is on one person's shoulders. It means that it's spread out throughout different growers throughout the county who can all sort of do our own thing and bring it all together to make a really successful veg-box scheme that's been going for 15 years now, so it must be working.
Yeah. And you're launching a new thing, Hedgerow and Half. So tell us a bit about that.
So Hedgerow and Half is a idea that I've wanted to do for years, honestly, and I'm really excited that I'm finally able to launch it and to kind of get started doing it. And it's basically going to be a way to connect people with the nature and environment around them through foraging, through learning about different wild food species like plants and fungi, and also through teaching them how to use those wild foods and those wild edibles in really interesting ways, particularly through baking, because I'm a very keen baker and I really like experimenting with foraged ingredients and flavours in my baking to explore new things that you might not have tasted before.
Like nettle and lemon drizzle cupcakes, right?
Nettle and lemon drizzle cupcakes, exactly, which you know are very tasty.
I've tasted. So Abbi, tell me a little bit about your faith. Is it something you grew up with or came later?
It's something that I was brought up in the Christian tradition. My parents both have very strong faiths, and that was a really lovely environment to be brought up in and to have been shown what a really good example of living in the Christian faith can be. And I also lived in Tunisia for a few years when I was growing up, which meant that I had this kind of very lived experience of what it means to kind of often be living by faith and sharing that with other people and other cultures. And then over the years, I've developed my own faith that wasn't just kind of that of my parents, I think I've grown a lot more connected to God through their creation and through the world around us. And that's one of the really amazing things about how it connects to where I am now, because it's very much something that I feel through the physical natural world around us, and also the natural world that exists beyond the physical. And it's really helped me kind of develop this passion and love for nature and for all of the living things on this planet, because I see them all as having such inherent value. So it's really, really special.
Yeah. And how does that connect with the actual work you do?
Yeah.
Pulling weeds and those more mundane things.
Well, honestly, I think there's something very, very tactile when you've got your hands in the ground, when you've got dirt on your fingers. You feel so deeply connected to the life of that place, to the life in the soil, to the life of the plants growing there, the life of the invertebrates and creatures that are all part of that ecosystem. And for me, I find that to be almost like a worshipful experience, to be existing as part of a much wider ecosystem and as part of a creation that all, you know, serves to celebrate like beauty and wonder. And so it's really, really cool to be able to do something like just picking peas or, like you say, weeding, and to feel like I'm there not just doing this mundane task, but also experiencing something greater than not just me, not just the world of nature, but like much more beyond that as well.
So Abby, this is a bit of an unusual question perhaps, but do you think of the work you do as a vocation?
I think I do, yeah. I don't see myself doing this just to earn money or anything like that. It's something that I find a lot of joy from and that I find a lot of meaning in. And you know, I feel like I've come to this place and to this sort of place in my life, I should say, through a lot of routes that I wasn't expecting to. You know, if you asked me 10 years ago, I would never have thought that I would be here. And yet it feels so right. It feels like I'm in the right place and I'm at the right time. And that makes it feel really strongly like I'm called to be here, you know, and that there's a lot of meaning in me being here and doing all of the different things that I do.
Great. So Hedgerow and Half, you talk about simple rituals and quiet reflection. How does that sit alongside your faith?
Yeah, so, well, the lovely thing about foraging is that it really, really forces you to slow down and to notice things. You know, you're not rushing through life, whizzing to the supermarket, grabbing a ready meal for tea and bringing it home. You know, you're walking slowly through nature and you're looking at all of the different species that are there, and it's a very, very meditative practice. And not only are you finding that really strong connection with the ecosystem that's around you, but I think also literally just by slowing down and taking time to notice, I think that can be a really, really spiritual practice, both kind of internally and externally as well.
So Abby, we first met when I came and preached at St James in Tebay.
That's right.
Tell me about your involvement in the church.
So I've lived in Tebay for 10 years now, and I've been involved with the church all of my time there. My parents are also quite involved. I am technically an assistant church warden, I think, and I'm on the PCC. Mostly that looks like me asking people not to mow the lawn in the churchyard too often so that we can leave grass along for the bees and butterflies. But it's also been really good to kind of work with the rest of the congregation and with the community to like do some services that have kind of been themed around nature or around the environment. And also as part of my kind of involvement with the church, I've been on Deanery Synod, which was great, honestly. I had a great time. I've had to stop for the next period of it because I'm doing way too many things. But I was sort of doing a eco champion type of role, trying to get churches to sign up for the Eco Church survey, and both Tebay and Orton have both got Eco Church certificates now, which is brilliant. I think they're both bronze, but now that Orton's got solar panels, there's nothing to stop us from going for silver. So yeah, it's been really good to kind of be involved in church, especially from an environmental and sort of speaking up for nature kind of perspective.
So if there was someone who was kind of wondering whether their everyday life, their work, just the normal stuff they do has any value in the eyes of God, what would you say to them?
I would say that I think everything that we do has, and especially if you're finding meaning in what you do, even if that meaning comes from just the interactions that you have with someone over the coffee machine, or you know, from ways that you connect with the world and with people around you. I think that is a really powerful thing. And you know, for me, my passion lies very much in the outdoors, in the environment, in nature, and in seasonal eating and seasonal food. And I love to use that as a way to kind of explore my faith and explore this connection to something greater than just myself. But I think we can do that through any of our passions, and you know, whatever you're doing with your day-to-day life, I think that it's a brilliant way to explore existing beyond just the scope of yourself and the mundane.
So Abbi, thanks very much. It's been wonderful to be able to talk with you about these things and to see all the growing that's happening here in this context, and hear about your work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming.
If Abbi's story has made you wonder what you're called to in your work, your church or your community, the Diocese of Carlisle has a new course to help you explore that. Living Your Call is a year-long journey through 4 themes: living together, living for Jesus, living to serve, and living in the world. Church, discipleship, vocation and mission. It starts in Carlisle on the 3rd of October. There's no experience needed, just a willingness to ask the question. To find out more or register your interest, email vocations@carlislediocese.org.uk.